with new recruits including a Highland dancing 18-year-old from Caithness, but more of that later. The Scotland Women's Sevens squad convened at BT Murrayfield recently for their first training camp of the season.
So we've got a programme leading up to the Six Nations that fits around the 15s programme, which is of huge benefit because it just means we can build on all the good work that we did the tail end of last season that got us a promotion into the top flight in Europe. This has been our first full session. We ran a skills session on a Wednesday night a couple of weeks ago, which was just for home-based players. But this was our first session today with all the XLs included, so this is our extended squad. We've been focused on our basic principles in terms of our passing, our breakdown and our defence principles, really just as this is our starting point and this is where we're going to build from. So it's been a really good session.
And sort of ultimately the aim is towards the FIRA Championship next year?
Yeah, that's what we're building towards. The FIRA, the top flight in FIRA this season it's 2 tournaments in France and Russia in June. So everything's building towards that. Like I said, we've got a number of sessions this side of the Six Nations. So we've got another Saturday session and then we've got a weekend camp just before Christmas. And then girls that are in the 15s programme, they'll concentrate on the Six Nations. They'll have a couple of weeks off and then that's when the main focus will turn to sevens. So a lot more camps, weekend camps where we'll come together and a series of warm-up tournaments, but it's all building towards FIRA.
And a lot more of the focus this year on the women's game as a whole, which is a good thing for everybody.
Yeah, it's been great. There's obviously a lot of support gone behind the women's game at all levels. You can see the 15s programme has increased, the under-20s programme and the sevens. So there's been a knock-on effect and hopefully we start to see some reward for that. We're under no illusions going to the FIRA tournament. We're going to be up against fully professional outfits. There's more and more, with the decision of sevens becoming an Olympic sport, there's more and more funding going behind that and countries are taking full advantage of it. So we're under no illusion it's going to be a tough ask, but our focus will be on performance, improved performance with the ultimate aim of staying in that top division.
So you've made a fairly long journey down here today from Caithness?
Yeah, travelled in last night, so 5 to 6 hours.
So when did you start playing rugby?
I only started playing about 2 years ago. Started a high school team up with us. So.
And are there quite a lot of girls up in Caithness that play?
Yeah, there's quite a few. For numbers up with us, it's quite good to have so many girls playing.
And when you heard that you'd been selected for the Sevens programme, the extended squad, how did you feel?
Pretty shocked, to be fairly honest. I was delighted to get picked to be part of it. It's good to be in at such a young age, to be in with a lot of experienced players.
And how old are you?
Just turned 18. I'm 18 in a month. So.
Do you play any other sports?
I actually do Highland dancing, so a few people are shocked when I say I do it. So.
And does the Highland dancing help the rugby or vice versa?
Yeah, definitely help each other. I feel anyway. Yeah, strength definitely helps for both. Sort of fitness, feet work. So.
And does anybody else in your family play?
No. I actually have 3 older brothers, and none of which are very interested in sport. So, just came out of the blue, me started playing.
And what is it that you like about rugby?
I really do not know. There's just something about it that I love, basically. It's different from a few sports because you're working together, like everyone has their roles, and if you don't do that role, then there's a possibility of someone just getting smashed, to be fairly honest.